Hola, Wilson Wise Wolves. It's good to see you again. I'm Mrs. Diaz, your music teacher. And today we're going to be working on some different things in music, such as counting our rhythms and some Halloween music, as well as some Hispanic Heritage Month music. We get Mr. Jones this week to be with our music class, so I'm super excited about that. He's a ton of fun, and I look forward to doing this lesson with you. All right, for Hispanic Heritage Month, I wanted to talk to you about a song that comes from Brazil, and it's called Mama Paquita. And there's a picture in our Spotlight on Music book that shows Carmen Miranda, and she was a singer who was famous in the 1940s, and she made this song pretty famous. And like I said, it's from a Hispanic country called Brazil. Brazil is on the continent of South America. Every spring, the city of Rio de Janeiro has a big carnival. And we're going to look at the words to this song. And we'll start with the Spanish, which is in the top, the number 1, the top line. Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita has no money for papayas. Can't buy papayas, can't buy bananas. She cannot buy papayas or bananas. No, Mama, Mama, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita. Mama Paquita will not have a ripe papaya. No ripe papaya, no ripe banana. So go to carnival to laugh and dance and sing. All right, I'm going to show you this song on YouTube. And I do have the words for us. All right.
Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita has no money for papayas. Can't buy papayas, can't buy bananas. She cannot buy papayas or bananas. No, Mama, Mama, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita will not have a ripe papaya. No ripe papaya, no ripe banana. So go to carnival to laugh and dance and sing. Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita has no money for pajamas. Can't buy pajamas, can't buy sombreros. She cannot buy pajamas or sombreros. No, Mama, Mama, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita, Mama Paquita will not have a fine pajamas. No fine pajamas, no fine sombrero. So go to carnival to laugh and dance and sing.
So a sombrero. Okay, next week we're going to learn a Mexican folk song called Palomo y Paloma, and it's about doves. And it is a mariachi song, which is a kind of style of instruments that uses guitar and violin and some other instruments, usually some band instruments. And they have dancers that dance while the mariachis play their folk music. So I wanted to show you this kind of folk dance from Mexico for Hispanic Heritage Month. It's called Folklorico. That's the name of the dance. And they wear some cultural costumes. You see the mariachis in the background. I see some trumpet band instruments, some violins, guitars. They have lovely costumes and dance moves that represent their colorful culture. Okay, so let's review our note values quickly before we get into our counting bee. And the value of a note is the number of beats that it has. So the length, that's the value of that note. So we know the whole note takes up the whole measure, and that equals 4. The half note equals 2. And I also put an example of the dotted half note right here. That equals 3. And we will see that in our counting bee cards. That's why I went ahead and put that example for you. But the half note by itself is half of a measure. So the half note equals 2. But when we see that dot next to the half note, that dot adds value, or it adds length. And so the half note with a dot will equal 3. And then we'll also be counting with the quarter note. Quarter note by itself is colored in, and then that equals 1 beat of sound. And we also use our quarter rests. The quarter rest equals 1 beat of silence. So here's what the quarter rest looks like, and that's going to equal 1 beat of silence. And next we are going to have our 8th note. Okay, so the 8th note by itself, it will have a flag, and it equals 1/2 of a beat, which is a fraction. It equals half a beat, not a whole, but just a half. 2 8th notes together has a bar across the top, and those 8th notes together equal 1 beat. Now when we have counting 8th notes, we say the number followed by the word te. So a 4-beat measure would sound like 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te. So the number in the beat goes in front, and then the word te goes after that. All right, and then lastly, oh, I forgot to tell you about the rest. We are starting to see in our counting cards the 8th rest. Looks kind of like an apostrophe. The 8th rest equals 1/2 beat of rest or silence. Just like the 8th note equals half a beat of sound, the 8th rest equals half a beat of silence. And then last we have the 16th notes. So with the 16th notes, it takes 4 16th notes to equal 1 beat. And we'll say the number of the beat followed by T, te, ta. You'll know that you have 16th notes because they will have a double bar at the top. That means it's a 16th note. And you will have your digit. Let's say we had a 4-beat measure, our digits first, it would sound like 1 T, te, ta, 2 T, te, ta, 3 T, te, ta, 4 T, te, ta. And then in the 16th note by itself, we'll have 2 flags, and it will equal 1/4 of a beat. So let's compare that with the 16th notes. The 8th note by itself has 1 flag, it equals half a beat. 16th note by itself looks similar, but it has 2 flags, and that equals 1/4 of a beat. We know that an 8th note with a friend has 1 bar, and it equals 1 beat. And the 16th note will have 4 friends to equal 1 beat and 2 bars across the top. So when you compare them, you can see the similarities and the differences between the two. All right, now it's time for us to practice some counting. I'm going to pull up our counting cards, and I do have them on the computer. Do you remember the time signature The time signature tells us how many beats per measure. So we're going to start in 4/4 time, and that's going to mean you have 4 beats in your measure. Now let's work with the metronome. The metronome keeps the beat for us. I'm just on an online, I googled metronome online. Now I'm just going to hit play. Okay, and I'll go back to our cards and we'll start with the first one. Quarter notes. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4 tay. 1, 2, half notes, count. 1, 3, 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, tay, 3, 4, 1, 2, whole note, count. 1, 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3, and silent on the rest. Very good. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 4. Did you remember about that dotted half note? That gets 3 beats. So we held the 1 for 3 counts, and then we got to put 4 on the quarter note. Sounds like this. 1, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2, 3 tay, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2, 3 tay, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2, 3 tay, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2 tay, 3, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2, 3, 4 tay. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay. 1, still in 4/4. 1, 2, 16th notes. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta. 1, 2, ready, count. 1 theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta. Okay, I'm going to stop here so we can talk about these. These are some complex rhythms, and with the 16th notes, you can add in 8th notes. So we know when we look at this note that the beginning of it is an 8th note because it's only got a single bar on the top, right? We know how to compare 8th notes and 16th notes. And the 8th note is in the front, and it only has 1 bar, but the ending here has 2 bars, so those are 16th notes. So this sounds like 1 theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta. And we took out the T. There's no T right here for 1 T theta. We just have 1 theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta. Let me show you the other one like that. There it is. Okay. Now we put the eighth note on the end. We know when we compare eighth notes and 16th notes, the eighth note has the single bar, the 16th notes have the double bar. So this is 1T, te. Okay, we took out the t. 1T, te, 2T, te, 3T, te, 4T, te. So let's do these two guys again. Well, thank you, boys and girls, for doing music class with me and Mr. Jones today. I've really enjoyed getting to do music with you. I wanted to remind you of our goal today, that we're working on identifying notes and their value. So say, I can identify notes and their value. And we've also practiced keeping our beat today with the metronome. And I'd like you to say, I can practice and perform a steady beat. So thank you for doing all of the rhythm. I've enjoyed it. And have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye.